You know that quiet, almost aching feeling when you've been the sharpest mind in the room, but no one had the courage or the humility to say it? When your ideas were met with silence, awkward glances, or subtle dismissal? Well, chosen one, that season has ended. Because now, the truth has erupted like a long-buried volcano, and your brilliance can no longer be denied. The town, the community, the people who once overlooked you, they're scrambling. Scrambling to apologize, to justify their past ignorance, to save face in the light of your undeniable glow. What once felt like isolation is now clarity. The same people who rolled their eyes, who laughed behind your back, who told you to stay in your place, are now searching for ways to mend what they broke. Why? Because they're waking up to what you've always known deep down. Your gift was never the problem. Their blindness was. Let's talk about that, because this part is important. For months, maybe even years, you endured the heavy fog of silent judgment. You showed up with ideas that could have changed everything, but they didn't want to hear it. Not from you. They wanted the truth, but only if it came from someone else. And so, they ignored the very mind that could have led them forward. They acted like your insights were irrelevant, like your vision was too far-fetched, like your voice was just noise. But it wasn't noise. It was wisdom. It was intuition. It was truth wrapped in the kind of clarity most people never develop. And now they see it. Your success, your growth, your breakthroughs. They've exposed the lies they told themselves about you. They see how your predictions came true, how your strategies worked, how your foresight was not fantasy, but foresight born of divine purpose. And now they're embarrassed, not just because they were wrong, but because they were so loud about it. They judged what they couldn't understand. They mocked what they secretly envied. And now that you're rising, they can no longer pretend they didn't see your potential. They have to admit they saw it and chose to ignore it. This is your moment. Not for revenge, but for reflection. Because being chosen has never been about proving others wrong. It's about standing strong in what's right, even when no one claps for you. It's about carrying your light through shadows, trusting that one day, truth would do what truth always does. Shine. And it is shining now. So, if you've ever felt like the outsider, the unheard genius, the misunderstood visionary, this is your confirmation. You were never out of place. You were simply ahead of your time. And while they scrambled to keep up with trends, you were connected to timeless truth. Their apologies, let them come. Their embarrassment, let it unfold. But your focus must remain on your path. Because while they're stuck trying to rewrite the past, you're busy creating the future. Keep shining, chosen one. The world finally sees it, but you've always known. The burden of being different. Being a chosen one often means walking a path of solitude. While many people can blend into the crowd, you've always felt that you stand out, sometimes in ways that make others uncomfortable. Whether it's your intellect, your creativity, or your ability to perceive things differently, it is clear that you are not like the majority. This uniqueness can feel like a blessing, but it can also be heavy. It's easy to think that being different would be celebrated in a world that claims to value diversity, but the truth is, many people are threatened by what they do not understand. Society often embraces conformity, and when someone shines in a way that challenges the norm, it can evoke feelings of jealousy, fear, and even shame in others. These reactions are not a reflection of your worth, but of the limitations others place on themselves. Your genius, whatever form it takes, can be seen as a mirror to those around you. It holds up a reflection of their own untapped potential, their own unspoken desires for greatness. And for many, the mere presence of that mirror can be too much to bear. Instead of acknowledging their own greatness, they may choose to ignore it, or even attempt to belittle you. This is not because your genius is wrong, but because it reminds them of what they fear most. The possibility that they too could be extraordinary if they stepped into their power. The truth is, the path of the chosen one is not easy. It often involves feeling like an outsider, struggling with the dissonance between who you are and who others expect you to be. It requires a deep inner strength to embrace your uniqueness without shame. You are not here to fit into anyone's mold, and that is a lesson that many people will never fully understand. And that is okay. Being different is not a flaw. It is your divine calling to stand apart, to challenge the norms, and to encourage others to do the same. You are here to lead, to inspire, and to elevate. It may take time, but eventually others will see the light in you, even if that light is intimidating at first. The shame of others. When you are a chosen one, it's not just your abilities that make you stand out, it's also the way you carry yourself. Your confidence, your vision, your deep sense of purpose, all combine to create an aura of power that cannot be ignored. But not everyone will be able to handle that energy. In fact, many will resist it, either consciously or unconsciously. Shame is a powerful emotion, and it can be triggered by many things. But one of the most common causes of shame in others is comparison. People often compare themselves to those around them, measuring their own worth against the perceived success or abilities of others. When someone with genius-level abilities enters the picture, it forces those around them to confront their own insecurities. The feelings of inadequacy that arise in these situations can manifest in various ways. Some may attempt to downplay your abilities, dismissing them as luck or happenstance. Others may react by trying to diminish your accomplishments, projecting their own shame onto you. Instead of celebrating your uniqueness, they criticize it, hoping that by tearing you down, they can restore their own sense of control. This reaction is deeply rooted in fear. Fear of being left behind, fear of being inadequate, and fear of not measuring up. People who feel threatened by your brilliance are often the ones who have not fully embraced their own potential. They may have convinced themselves that greatness is reserved for a select few and that they are not one of those chosen. So, when they encounter someone who is unapologetically brilliant, it forces them to confront the lie they have been telling themselves, that they are not capable of reaching the same heights. But here's the truth. Your genius does not diminish anyone else's. The universe does not operate on a limited supply of greatness. Your success, your gifts, and your light do not take anything away from others. Instead, they offer the possibility of expansion. Your genius is a model of what is possible for others if they step into their own potential. The shame others may project onto you is not yours to carry. It is theirs to process, to heal, and to overcome. Your responsibility is to continue shining, to stay true to your purpose, and to use your genius to elevate not just yourself, but the world around you. You are not here to make others comfortable. You are here to show them what is possible when you fully embrace your unique gifts. The role of the chosen one. Being a chosen one means you are called to lead. But leadership is not always glamorous. In fact, it can often be a lonely journey, filled with moments of doubt and frustration. You may wonder why your genius isn't being celebrated, why others are resisting the very gifts you've been given. The role of the chosen one is not to seek validation from others, but to serve as an example of what is possible when you live authentically. It is about embodying the potential that others are too afraid to pursue for themselves. By shining your light, you encourage others to step out of the shadows and into their own greatness. Leadership is about showing others what is possible, not by boasting about your achievements, but by living in alignment with your purpose. It's about leading by example, even when that example makes others uncomfortable. The discomfort others feel is often the first step toward transformation. When someone sees your genius and feels challenged, it forces them to confront their own limitations. It can be uncomfortable, but it is in this discomfort that growth occurs. The chosen one's path is one of self-discovery, inner strength, and relentless determination. It's about knowing who you are and why you are here, even when others don't understand. Your genius is a gift, and it is your responsibility to use it wisely. You are not here to fit in. You are here to stand out. Reclaiming your power. It's easy to feel defeated when others project their insecurities and shame onto you. But let me tell you something. You do not have to carry their projections. You do not have to dim your light to make others comfortable. Your power is yours to reclaim, and it starts with embracing your genius without guilt. Too often, those who are chosen to lead feel as though they must apologize for their brilliance. They feel guilty for being different, for standing out. But this is the very thing that sets you apart. Your genius is not a burden, it is a blessing, and it is meant to be shared with the world. Reclaiming your power starts with self-acceptance. You must accept that you are different, that you have been chosen for a higher purpose. This is not something to hide, it is something to embrace. The world needs your light, even if it doesn't always seem like it. Start by letting go of guilt. You do not need to apologize for being brilliant, for being powerful, or for being unique. Your path is yours to walk, and it is not dependent on the approval of others. Confidence comes from within. It is not something that can be given to you by others. It is something you must cultivate on your own. Start by trusting yourself and your abilities. Surround yourself with people who lift you up and support your growth. Let go of those who project their shame onto you and replace them with those who celebrate your genius. When you begin to fully embrace your power, you will notice a shift in the way others react to you. No longer will they try to diminish your light. Instead, they will be inspired by it. The more you stand in your power, the more others will begin to see the potential within themselves. Your genius is a gift, not a curse. The fact that it shames others is not a reflection of your worth, but of their inability to see their own potential. You are not here to make others feel small. You are here to show them what is possible when you fully embrace your gifts. Remember, the path of the chosen one is never easy, but it is always worth it. You are here to lead, to inspire, and to elevate those around you. Do not let the shame of others make you question your worth. Stand firm in your truth and let your light shine brightly. You are not alone in this journey. Your genius is meant to be shared with the world, and by doing so, you will awaken others to their own greatness. Keep going, and trust that your brilliance is needed now more than ever.